Hare Krishna. That was wonderful. Thanks everyone to taking part in the Sankirtan Yajna. This Sankirtan Yajna is especially recommended in Kali Yuga. Krishna says, Krishna tells Narada Muni, Naham Tistami Vaikunta Narada. I don't stay in the Vaikunta, but wherever Narada, wherever my devotees are chanting my holy name, that is where I reside. So when we are all chanting together this holy name of Krishna, Krishna himself tells Narada Muni, that is where I reside. So when the curtains are going to open, all of us are going to be joyfully singing for Krishna. So can I request everyone, put your hands up in the mood of surrender and repeat, Hare Krishna! Hare Krishna! Hare Krishna! Hare Krishna! Krishna Krishna! Krishna Krishna! Hare Hare! Hare Hare! Hare Rama! Hare Rama! Hare Rama! Hare Rama! Rama Rama! Hare Hare! So this is especially recommended because when we say lift our hands up in the mood of surrender, it is saying Krishna Tavasmi, which means Krishna, I am yours. So in that mood of surrender, we are chanting this holy name. So when the curtains are open, all of us should joyfully sing. It's not about how good we are singing. It's all about how much of devotion and love we are putting towards. So please request everyone to stand up for the Arati. It's going to start up in the next minute. जय श्री राधा गोकुल नंद की, जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की, गौर निताई की, प्रभुपाद की। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमद् भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाशतादिशतारिणे। Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Everyone. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya, Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya, Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram, Patita Pavana Sita Ram. Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram, Patita Pavana Sita Ram. Sitaram, Jaya Sitaram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Radhe 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 Govinda. Radhe 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 Govinda. Radhe Govinda Jaya Gaura Hari. Radhe Govinda Jaya Gaura Hari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Gauranita, 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 Jaya Gauranita. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay, we're asking everyone to put their arms in the air nice and high. If you can, please take a deep breath and repeat after me as loud as you can, please. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare. It's cold, dark winter's evening, and you all decide to not sit beside the radiator at home. You made it to the temple, and you're very enthusiastic, so well done. So you did good on that part. We're going to test you on the next part now. Prema Dwani, put your hands together. So for example, if I say Sri Vrindavan Dham Ki, you will say? Jai. Okay, we'll try again, but a little bit more enthusiasm. Sri Vrindavan Dham Ki. Jai. I knew you could do it. So Jai Om Vishnu Pad Paramahansa Parivrajaka Ashtotara Shati Sri Srimad, His Loving Divine Grace, Abhay Charana Ravinda Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada ki, Shri Ananda Gaudi Vaishnava Vrinda ki, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki, Shri Rup Sri Sanatan Bhadra Raghunath, Shri Jiva Gopala Bhadra Das Raghunath Sat Goswami Prabhupada ki, Prem Se Go Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasudeva Gaura Bhaktivedanta ki, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Madan Mohan Sham Kund Radha Kund Chisikiri Govardhan ki, Shri Ganga Mai Jamuna Mai ki, Tulsi Maharani Bhakti Devi ki, Harinam Sankirtan Yoga Dharma ki, Srila Prabhupada Transcendental Book Distribution ki, Shri Mathura Vrindavan Dham ki, Navadvip Mayapur Dham ki, Nilachal Jagannath Puri Dham ki, Shri Dwarka Puri Dham ki, Shri Ayodhya Dham ki, Shri Bhaktivedanta Manor Dham ki, Vaishnav Sangha Vaishnav Seva ki, Samaveda Bhaktivinoda ki. So the next part, I say all glories to assembled devotees, and you say Hare Krishna. You're getting good at this, okay? All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to the lotus feet of Sri Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. We humbly request everyone if they can sit down for a few minutes. We have the prayers up here, prayers for Nrsimha prayer, and then Lord Nrsimha's picture is there. Nrsimhadev Bhagwan is the Bhakta Rakshak. He's the protector of the devotees and protector of Prahlad Maharaj.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Pralada Lada Daine. Hiranyakashipu Rakshaha. Hiranyakashipu Rakshaha. Shila Tankana Kalaya. Shila Tankana Kalaya. Ito Nashingho Parato Nashingho. Ito Nashingho Parato Nashingho. Yato Yato Yanitato Nashingho. Yato Yato Yanitato Nashingho. Bahe Nashingho Hidaye Nashingho. Bahe Nashingho Hidaye Nashingho. Narashim Hamadim Sharanam Prapaye. Narashim Hamadim Sharanam Prapaye. Tava Kamala Parane Ata Buddha Shingha Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringa Keshavadvita Nanahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare
Avakara Kamala Varenaka Abhuta Sringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringa Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare
Jaya Nrsimhadev 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 Jaya Nrsimhadev
Jaya Nrsimhadev 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 Jaya Nrsimhadev
Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj
Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj
Nitai Gora Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gora Hari Bol
Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Gaura Hari Bol
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
Gaur Premanandi Hari Bol
Shri Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki, Bhakta Prahlad Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. So thank you everyone for coming to Bhaktivedanta Manor. It's nice to see you all today. We haven't just finished yet. We're going to send you soon for prasadam in the Haveli. That's food for the belly. But before that, we have like some spiritual messages we want to share with you. First of all, who can tell me if they attended a Gita Yagya recitation with Keshav Maharaj or any other time in the Haveli before? Put your hand up if you've been for that. Okay, some of you have been for that. So that's who can tell me how many verses are in the Bhagavad Gita? 7 verses, yeah? 700, yeah? Okay. And then put your hand up if you've read chapter 19. Okay. That's a trick question because there's only 18 chapters. So on the 27th of December, which is Saturday the 27th of this month, in the Haveli, from 8 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock, we're going to have a fire sacrifice havan, and we're going to recite all 700 verses of the Bhagavad Gita, all 18 chapters. And it's a very beautiful and very powerful ceremony. And we are very fortunate again this year to have His Holiness Swayam Bhagwan Keshav Maharaj with us. And he is going to give us, after each chapter, he's going to share with us the exciting meanings and depths of the chapter summary. And he's such a brilliant speaker. He brings everything to life. So if you have time, on the 27th of December, please come to the Haveli, come and be part of the Gita Yagya ceremony. Otherwise, you can go to YouTube, Bhaktivedanta Manor channel, and you can log online. And also, the other thing is, we're going to pass out some leaflets. This is explaining about the Gita Jayanti Yagya, all the details are there. And every year, because this is the month, December month, when Gita was actually spoken by Lord Krishna. So we asked people if they would like to sponsor some Bhagavad Gitas that or we have a book table out there with many Gitas and things. So you can sponsor some Gitas, 5 Gitas, 10 Gitas, 20, whatever you want. And then we can give them to you, you can give them to your friends or whatever. The one guy, he said to me, I don't have any friends. I said, well, give it to your enemies then, yeah, like that. They might not be your enemies for long, you know. So anyway, there's something that you can look into. There's, we're going to pass some leaflet. But Sham, you want to stand up? So, okay, this is, yeah, come here, it's okay. This is my friend Sham. Who's seen him before? Put your hand up if you've seen him before, yeah? Okay, so he's been on a long vacation, you know. So he went to India and he went to many holy dhams with his mother. He went to visit so many places. So I'm going to ask Sham some questions. You see, I didn't tell him now before. I'm just putting him on the spot, you know, like that. So I met Sham about 8 years ago. And since then he's made leaps and bounds of spiritual progress, and he studied the Gita, and he's been teaching the Gita, and he studied Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita and so many other things. So Sham, when you went to India, when you went to the holy places or pilgrimage, what did you learn and what inspirations did you get?
What I have learned in all these trips, that Krishna is so kind that even if you do a small insignificant service for Krishna, the way he reciprocates his love. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Neha Vikramanasasti Prachavayona Vidyate Swalpam Abhyasya Dharmasya. Even if you do a little bit of service for Krishna, Krishna doesn't keep quiet, he reciprocates our loving service. So in this trip, everything was happening so magically. We went to Jagannath Dham, way of Puri, and then we had an excellent darshan over there. And we did not even plan to go to another place called Mayapur. That's the main place for the ISKCON, our headquarters. And without making all the arrangements, everything got nicely placed on time. We just went over there. We had devotees who nicely took care. I had never met them before. So our experience is that when we do a service for Krishna and when we go to see him in the holy places, he already makes all the divine arrangements so that we'll always have that good experience. So every place that we went, even though we didn't have planned so much well in advance, everything was so magically arranged by Krishna. And the experience is giving me so much of faith during this trip that Krishna, even if you do a small service for him, he's constantly looking at how to reciprocate to the love of his devotees. And that is my great realization I had. My faith has increased so much in Krishna because of the experiences of, we have to do our bit. Like early in the morning, every dham, when we went to Mayapur or whether we went to ISKCON, Calcutta, I used to go for the Mangal Arati and sit in front of you. So when you do that extra step for Krishna, getting up early in the morning and praying to Krishna, he reciprocates by giving a lovely darshan of him and gives you the kind of experience which will make us want to go to him more and more. So that's my my experience and realization that whatever service you do, Krishna is always reciprocating the love of his devotees.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Now, you know, there are so many different mantras, you know, but Hare Krishna movement is telling everyone to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So what's so special about the Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna mantra, compared to all the other mantras?
So you have other mantras like Gayatri mantra and so many other mantras you have. So these mantras come with a lot of restriction. Not everybody can chant the Gayatri mantra. It's only the Brahminical qualification we need to have. But the good part about this is about the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is this is something which is available for everyone in Kali Yuga. There is no restriction. There is no qualification required. Everybody, right from a Sudras to the Brahmin, everybody can chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. There are no rules and regulations. Any time in the day, you can chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Second thing, Golokara Premadane Harinama Sankirtana, which means this transcendental sound vibration of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is not a material sound vibration. It is directly coming from Krishna Loka. It is coming from the spiritual world in the form of sound vibration. Kalikale Nama Rupa Krishna Avatar, which means Krishna in Kali Yuga came in the form of this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So any time in the day you can chant. Third thing is Krishna says Yajnanam Japa Yajñosmi, which means of all the sacrifices, I am the chanting of the holy name, which is this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And not only that, Krishna himself, why we always chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra? Because Krishna himself is so kind to our devotees that he came in the form of a devotee called Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and who's Krishna himself came in the form of a devotee, and he gave this mantra, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama Eva Kevalam, Kalo Nasti, Eva Nasti, Eva Nasti, Eva Gatiranyata, which means in Kali Yuga, the best way to attain Krishna's prema, the best way to attain self-realization, God realization, Krishna himself is telling us by chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So we are always chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra because it is coming directly from the spiritual world, from Krishna Bhagavan, and Krishna himself has come in the form of devotee to give us this mantra, saying that there is no better way of God realization or attaining Krishna prema other than chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It will give you all the benefits. Nama Chintamani Krishna's Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha, which means that it give you all the kind of spiritual benedictions and material benedictions just by chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that's the reason why.
So how long have you been chanting?
I've been chanting from the last few years, and one thing we can always understand, in the beginning when we ask somebody to chant, they may struggle. Even though it takes 8 minutes, your mind is going all over the place. But then if you continue chanting, if you don't stop chanting, and if you continue chanting, it's very difficult to stop, because it will give you so much of transcendental happiness that you'll be going on for such a long time that you will still feel very fresh, and you will feel that you're so energized, because as you keep chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, your mind gets purified, your heart gets purified, and you will attain Krishna Prema. It is mentioned Cheto Darpana Marjana, which means cleansing of your heart and cleansing of your mind happens by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So it really worked for me, because early in the morning, the best time, early in the morning, no distractions, you can easily do so many rounds of chanting of, because throughout the day there's so many distractions, right? Somebody is calling you, somebody something you have to do, but early morning is the best time. You'll find like it will go so smoothly, because early morning is in the mode of goodness. Sattva Guna is very prominent during that time. So we try our best to chant early in the morning, and the remaining throughout the day, whenever you get time, you should take the time to just chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that's how I've been using my best use of my time.
So Srila Prabhupada and George Harrison and John Lennon, they have an interview together where John Lennon and George Harrison, they're asking Prabhupada questions about chanting Hare Krishna, what's the meaning and all. And there's a book that's made, it's called Chant and Be Happy. Some of you may have that book, some of you may have seen it. It's also available. So when I go on the street, and we go on the high street and we're distributing books, so I say I'm a monk, I've come from the temple, and I've got 2 books. One is Don't Chant and Be Miserable, and the other one is Chant and Be Happy. Which one would you like? And they said, we are miserable enough, can we have the happy one, But actually, I've only got 1 book. But the fact is, if you do chant, you become very happy, and it definitely 100% works. And if you don't chant, you do get the misery, the 100% as well. So, Srila Prabhupada, he has brought this Bhagavad Gita as it is. And how many years have you been reading it?
Last 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
So what's the benefit of reading Bhagavad Gita in our life, and why should we make time to read it and apply it in our life? Is it just something you should keep in the shelf, or is it something that you should really make use of and take to heart?
So just to understand, Bhagavad Gita is not a retired man's manual. It is actually a life manual for life. That means at every stage in our life, as we are growing through this childhood to youth to old age, middle age and old age, at every step in your life, this Bhagavad Gita can be used as a manual for us, as a navigational guide to how to maneuver toward the different challenges of life, because everybody faces challenges in their life, but how to approach each and every problem, how to overcome your problems, and living your life with knowledge, because Bhagavad Gita gives you Jnana Yoga, it gives you Karma Yoga, it tells you how to perform your actions with complete detachment and offering everything to Krishna, because anything that we do, if you are getting attached to the results, that will bind you and it will entangle you, and because of this karmic, you'll have to again come back into this material world. So Krishna tells us how to live in this material world by doing everything as an offering to Krishna. Because in one particular sloka, Krishna mentions about how to spiritualize your day-to-day life. Yat karosi, yat asnasi, yat juhosi, dadasi, yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurusoma darpanam. What Krishna is telling is, whatever you do in your life, whatever you eat, whatever you offer, whatever charity that you do everything as an offering for Krishna. Right? Everything. When you're offering food, just offer it to Krishna, then that food will become prasadam. Like that, if you bring Krishna in your home, that house will become your devalayam. Like that, everything, if you do it as an offering to Krishna, Krishna says, I will take responsibility. No karmic reaction will come onto you. If you do everything for your own satisfaction, for your own self-gratification, you will be bounded by the karma. But when we do everything as an offering to Krishna, Krishna will take care of the results. So that's the way in which we practice karma yoga, and ultimately Krishna talks about bhakti yoga. Like a very carefully, if you have a beautiful diamond, you keep it in the middle in a beautiful necklace box. Similarly, the bhakti yoga, the chapter number 12, is nicely kept in the middle of all the 18 chapters, because that is the precious bhakti yoga which tells us about how to engage in devotional service. What is it that what are the qualities that make us very dear to Krishna? So in one go, Krishna, why we need Bhagavad Gita is because Krishna talks about very important topics about Atma, Paramatma, Prakriti, Karma, and Kala, time. So first of all, we have to understand who we are, because we are all caught up in these temporary identities. I'm a doctor, I'm a husband, I'm an engineer, or I'm an Indian, I'm like that. But Krishna tells us about a higher dimension of a higher identity that all of us have, right? So he tells like we are all part and parcel of Supreme Bhagavan Sri Krishna, but we have forgotten this relationship with Krishna. And Krishna tells about his identity as the Supreme Lord, as Ishvara. And that Ishvara is not only sitting in Goloka Vrindavan, but he's sitting in everyone's heart. Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Hrideshi Arjuna Tishtati. So when we read Bhagavad Gita, we try to understand that God is not somewhere, but he's sitting in our heart. And he's our best friend, Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam, which means Krishna is telling, I am your best friend. I'm sitting in your heart, but you're looking for happiness everywhere. So when you turn towards Krishna and you're calling out his name by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, he says, I will reciprocate. Ananyas Chintayanto ma ye jana paryapashite tesham nitya viyuktanam yoga shemam vahamyaham. See, he's saying that when you dedicatedly worship Krishna, Krishna says, your yoga shem, your welfare, I will take care. Don't worry. So Bhagavad Gita gives us a lot of spiritual strength. It will give us a lot of faith. It will give us a lot of confidence to maneuver in our life. Anytime any problem occurs in your life, just open Bhagavad Gita, any page. Exactly, it will take you to the page which you require at that point of time. So that's the reason why it is so important to read Bhagavad Gita. That can be your life manual for yourself. Throughout your life, every day I chant at least one chapter of Bhagavad Gita. But if you take that one step, 1,000 miles starts with just one step. Like that, if you take one step and take one sloka from Bhagavad Gita, just one sloka, and do the same sloka every day, Krishna sitting in your heart will reciprocate the feeling, and he will inspire you so much that within no time you will start reading lots of Bhagavad Gita all over the book. And that will be your best guide in your life, where Krishna is telling how to live a karma-free life and dedicate all the actions to him. And ultimately, what's the purpose of Bhagavad Gita? Krishna wants all of us to read Bhagavad Gita, read the instruction manual, live a life according to Bhagavad Gita, and go back to Krishna Loka, where there is no anxiety at all. What's the meaning of Vaikuntha? Vaikuntha means a place where there is no anxiety. This material world is full of anxiety. But Bhagavad Gita is giving us an opportunity to elevate our consciousness by living according to the principles of Bhagavad Gita and just go back to Krishna Loka. Hari.
So, how is he doing so far? Is he okay? Yeah? Okay. So, we'll give him some extra puris and halva after. Keshav Maharaj, he set up a study course, which is a 10-week study course. It was every Sunday for 3 hours, and he called it Gita Life Course. So I said to Keshav Maharaj, Maharaj, you need to change the name of that course. He said, what? Change the name of that course? Why do you want to change it? I said, no, you should change it. He said, what do you want to change it to? I said, you should call it Get a Life Course, because Bhagavad Gita teaches you how to live, not just exist. Okay, so last question. You answered very nicely all the other ones, because we're just testing you after you come back off your holidays, We wanted to see if you're rusty or not, But you obviously were into it. So, last question. We can read the books, we can chant Hare Krishna, we can offer a vegetarian food to Krishna, we can do something, but what's the importance of sadhu sangha, association with saintly people? What's the importance of that? We could be reading our books, or we can be doing whatever, but can you tell us the importance of sadhu sangha?
Definitely. So Sadhu Sangha is so important. Sadhu Sangha means association of saintly people, right? Association with the sadhus. Because of all the yugas, this Kali Yuga is supposed to be the most fallen yuga, where you have the influence of Kali Yuga on us. Kale dosha nidhi rajan asti hayek mahaguna ketana deva sangasya mukta sango param jijat. It says, Parikshit Maharaj, Sukadev Goswami is telling Parikshit Maharaj, who is a grandson of Arjuna, he says that of all the yugas, Kale Dosha Nidhi Rajan, of all the yugas, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga and Kali Yuga, of all these yugas, the most horrible yuga or the most fallen yuga, where the influence of Kali Yuga is this Kali Yuga, where people are full of anxiety, full of problem, there's always so much of hypocrisy, fault finding and all that. But he says that even though this Kali Yuga is full of faults and hypocrisy, he says there's one great benefit of this Kali Yuga, that by just chanting this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, you will get all the benefits of what people used to get in the ancient times. It will help you in developing love for Krishna, and you will go back to Krishna. So this particular Kali Yuga, there's a lot of influence of fault finding and all that. On our own, we cannot do our sadhana because we need a lot of spiritual strength. Some people, because of so many pious activities that done in your previous life, automatically the spiritual life will continue from there. Because Krishna says, whatever spiritual bhakti that you practice in this life, and like say for example, something happens and tomorrow your life comes to an end, Krishna says whatever you practice in this life, in the next life it will continue from there. So if you're done bhakti life from A to B, in your next life it will start from B to C onwards, like that. But this Kali Yuga is not everybody has so much of spiritual strength that we have done so much of sadhana in your previous life. So we definitely need support from outside. So what happens is, when we are in the association of sadhu sangha, of saintly people, by associating with them, by spending time with them, automatically we also become, slowly our subconscious mind will get more tuned towards spiritual life. I remember many years back how I started my spiritual life. I just joined one online sangha. And every time they would read Bhagavad Gita, I used to take part in that. Sometimes they used to ask to sing a bhajan. I would prepare and sing the bhajan, like that. By being in the association of devotees, they'll give you some beautiful opportunities to just go and serve the Sangha. And you will realize that over a period of time, by just being in the association of good people, saintly people, slowly you start developing those samskaras, and slowly you start developing, by the association, your consciousness is slowly being elevated by all these material things that you have. We are slowly will be replaced by all saintly things. Your desires, you cannot stop your desires. But by being in the association of saintly people, your material desires will slowly transform into spiritual desires. So next you want to see how we can sing for Krishna. You want to take part in sadhu sanghas and see like whether you can speak some slokas from Bhagavad Gita, whether you can do kirtans for Krishna. So like that, my spiritual journey started like that, by taking part in the association of devotees. Because just like, when there's a flowing river, if you sit out there, automatically it takes you off, right? And there is a funny example that sometimes devotees give. In a Mumbai train, you don't need to try hard to come out. You just have to stand out there, and automatically they'll push you out. So like that, when you are there with the association of devotees, automatically you will become another devotee. Because you are in the association, you don't need to try hard. On yourself, on your own, it's very difficult to try in the beginning, unless you've got some samskara from previous life, if you had practiced big time. But otherwise, just by being in the association of devotee, that's the best way to advance in spiritual life. Because they will give you all the opportunities to serve, and by only serving, that's why we don't say devotion. Here we say devotional service. Prabhupada, our Srila Prabhupada, has given us this word devotional service. Only by serving the devotees of Krishna, we also become devotees.
Yeah, thank you much. So, devotional service is so important. So he said, like one branch you can break easy, but many branches together is hard to break. So, sadhu sangha, sarva shastra koy, lava matra sadhu sangha, sarva siddhi hoy. All perfection can come by associating with saintly people. And they said in Hindi, jaise sang vaise rang. Whoever you associate with, you start to become like them. You take their quality. Now, if someone associate with drunken people, they end up in the pub, like that. If somebody associate with crooks, they end up, probably in the jail, But if you associate with saintly people, you end up going to the temple, or you're going to the spiritual world. So people say that Srila Prabhupada, he opened in 12 years, with the help of his young, inexperienced disciples, he opened 108 temples. And now there's more than 1,000 temples like this all over the world. So these temples are like a spiritual oasis in the material desert, So, like you have an embassy that represents a country. So these temples are like spiritual embassies, embassies to the spiritual world. So you can come and get your visa stamped here, And then here in this temple we have 40 different nationalities, and from all different countries. And Krishna conscious devotees are there from all over the world. So they have in New York, they have United Nations. They have so many flags, but they don't get along. But this is United Nations of the spiritual world. All the nationalities, they get along nicely because Krishna is in the center. So thank you very much. You did very well. You listened very patiently and you gave your attention. So some of the things that Shyam Prabhu was sharing with us, if you try to apply those nice things in your life, and you'll get some very beautiful results. And now, New Year is coming, isn't it? So what do people do? New Year's resolutions, yeah. Some of the resolutions, they only last for 2 weeks. But we want you to, take something spiritual and add that to your life so that it'll enhance your spiritual journey, So thank you so much for your time. The next Arti will be there's a Gita class here at 6 o'clock, then 7 o'clock Arti, and then 9 o'clock Arti. And the 27th of December, we have the Gita Jayanti Yagya. I've got some leaflets, you want to pass them out, yeah? So if you can come and attend, or you can log in online, it'll be very, very nice indeed. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, you can give them out. Yeah, he'll give them out, yeah.
Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavansham Shri Rupam Chakrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tvam Sadivam Shadaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanitanscha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktivedanta Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktivedanta Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktivedanta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama शिवासादि गौर भक्त Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhar Vivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Krishna 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 Raksha Mam Krishna 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 Pahi Mam Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathannitam Tam Sajivam Sadaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakha Nitansham Vajasi Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Bhajasi Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Bhajate Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Prabhu
satisfaction. That's what the harmonium is getting.
Spiritualize all situations. Haribol. Haribol. Just see if I can get the harmonium to come alive. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschachade Satarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yeah, yes, it's just the harmonium we can try, yeah. Sorry? A few minutes, because it's lecture, yeah. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare look if there's another harmonium.
I'll bring you some more from them. How many? 3, 4? Okay, shall we get rid of this first? Or are you okay to sit? Just pay obeisance, think of Guru Maharaj and sit. It's easier that way. Yeah.
3 days.
Yeah, well, what number do you want?
339.
339.
Yes, please. Yeah.
You start. Will you need 339, right?
Yeah.
Is that the one, Rajesh?
Yeah, that's the one.
Avritam Jnanam Krishna Jnanino.
Rupena Kante Dushpale Nacha. So you want to sit down, then you can move it down.
Okay.
Turn the volume up a little bit.
How do you do? You better off doing it how to say.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you all for coming. There'll be Bhagavad Gita as it is class. Now Rajesh Krishna is going to be giving class on Thank you for your patience. If you feel that you need to leave during the class, this is going to go from 6:15 to 5 to 7. Then it's going to be Aarti. But if you feel you need to leave, just because you're here doesn't mean that you're all bound. If you do want to listen to Krishna's words, which is what Rajesh Krishna is going to be repeating our Acharya's words, then you're most welcome to stay. Otherwise, feel free to leave, but just a little quietly, that's it. Okay? And please, if you do go, make sure the door is shut, so then there is minimalistic noise when somebody is speaking. So thank you again, and Hare Krishna, and thank you very much for making time to come and have darshan of beautiful Shri Radha Gokulananda ji. Right. Hey, Rajesh.
Let's go.
Shri Radha Gokulananda ji is listening anyway.
Okay.
Irrespective of
Yeah, that's
whether
fine.
he is not. So,
Okay. Take 5 minutes. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Chana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Chana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jayo Radha Gokul Nand Radha Gokul Nand Shri Radhe. Jayo Radha Gokul Nand Radha Gokul Nand Shri Radhe. Jayo Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. Jayo Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol. Thank you everyone for coming today on this cold winter's day. That's it. That's better. Okay, so today we're going to be reading from the Bhagavad Gita as it is. That's a spare one. Anybody want this? Anybody? That's a spare one.
Anybody want? I mean, everything we will be reading is going to be there, so we can.
Okay, so we're going to be reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 3, verse 39. Okay, so it's an interesting verse. It applies to us in daily life, so it's quite interesting. Thank you for everyone here and all those watching online as well. So we'll say the verse. Yeah. A bit louder, okay. All right, so what we do, we'll recite the verse, okay, which is up on the screen there. Avritam jnanam etena. Avritam jnanam etena. Jnanino nityavarina. Jnanam nityovarina. Kamurupena kaunteya. Kamurupena kaunteya. Dusprenena analelena cha. Dusprenena analelena cha. Dusprenelena analelena cha. Yes, dusprena. Yes. So we say once again, Avritam jnanam etenam. Jnanino nitya verinam. Kamurupena kaunteya. Dusprena ananele cha. It's a bit of a tongue twister. Duspranena analena cha. Analena cha. So you have to. And the translation for this is Avritam, covered, Jnanam, pure consciousness, Etena, by this, Aninina, of the knower, Nityavarina, by the eternal enemy, Kamarupena, in the form of lust, Kaunteya, O son of Kunti, Dushparena, never to be satisfied, Anlena, by the fire, Cha, also. Thus the wise living entity, pure consciousness, becomes covered by his eternal enemy in the form of lust, which is never satisfied and which burns like fire. Oh, yeah, I'm going to do that now. Yeah. So now it's... Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 So if you do translation, it is said in the Manusmriti that the lust cannot be satisfied by any amount of sense enjoyment, just as fire is never extinguished by a constant supply of fuel. In the material world, the center of all activities is sex, and thus this material world is called Metunya Agraha, or the shackles of sex life. In the ordinary prison house, criminals are kept within bars. Similarly, the criminals who are disobedient to the laws of the Lord are shackled by sex life. Advancement of material civilization on the basis of sense gratification means increasing the duration of the material existence of a living entity. Therefore, this lust is a symbol of ignorance by which the living entity is kept within the material world. While one enjoys sense gratification, it may be that there is some feeling of happiness, but actually that so-called feeling of happiness is the ultimate enemy of the sense enjoyer. Om Jnanatimrindasya Jnananjalashalakya Chakshurudmilitan Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivedanta Ki Jai. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. I'll try to give some reasoning about this verse, what it means to us. So we're in chapter 3, which is Karma Yoga. So now we all know what Karma Yoga is. Karma is our actions, reactions from the karma, as we know, is something that follows us from life to life, from birth to birth. And the yoga is we're trying to connect with the Supreme. So in this chapter, it's saying how can we connect to the Supreme with our past karma and also our karma to follow. So you got to, so whatever we do now, it also will affect not only this life, but also our next life. So Krishna is trying to explain here how karma actually affects us, and to the degrees that it affects us, and in some way it can increase our suffering, and in some way it can decrease our suffering. We commit suffering, our karma, in 3 ways: using our mind, body, and words. So it's quite interesting when you think, well, how does that all fit into the idea of karma, mind, body, and words? As Krishna explains further in Gita, that your mind can either be your friend or your enemy, and the thoughts that come in your mind dictate what one will be doing. So those thoughts that come in the mind, you have a bodily reaction to that. The way it works is everything starts with the mind. So your mind can be either a friend or your enemy. And then it's your words. When you have an argument with someone, the words come straight out. You say the wrong things, you start swearing at people, and all sorts of things happening at that heat of the moment. And then B is for the body. When you physically start hitting someone or something. So in a nutshell, everything is going to have some sort of karma. If you hit someone, or the common thing is like when you see spiders, people just want to smash them, right? So people think nothing's going to happen. But you saw a spider, you thought of it, and you want to kill it, so you will incur some sort of karma for that, whether you like it or not, because it's unfortunately that too is a living being, so that has every right to live as well. So what we tend to normally do is get a little cup, put it in the cup, and just put it back outside again. So here, Krishna is talking about this invisible enemy. Has anyone ever seen lust? You don't see it, do you? It's like an invisible enemy. It's there, but you can't see it, just like the wind is in the sky, but you can't actually see it. So this enemy, Krishna says, is Kam Rupena in the verse. The first, I think it was the first line, on the third line. Kam Rupena Kauntaya, which Krishna says. Now we know Rupena comes from the word of Rup, which means form. And Kama means lust or desire. So Kama Rupena, these forms of desire, they take shape. And where do they take shape? In our living body. That's where everything starts from. So what Krishna is trying to say is, beware of lust and anger, because it affects one's duty and it incurs sin. Now Krishna will explain how to overcome this idea of lust, desires and anger. How do you overcome them? So when you think about it, we've had so many births, birth after birth after birth, we get the chance of this human body. So what happens? Our past karma follows us through and through and through, from one body to another to another. And this lust, this desire, I mean, when you think of it, we come from Golok Vrindavan, and what happens? We had that desire to have that little independence. Krishna said, okay, you want a little independence from me? Okay, go to the material world. Fulfill your desire, have your little independence. So from that moment onwards, this desire that we have, this karma, this lust that we have, it's been following us from life to life, from birth to birth. So it's always with us. It follows us through, but we got to learn how to control it. But the thing is, we can't control it. We need to control it. If we, like Srila Prabhupada mentioned, that if we need to break out from the shackles of this material world, we need to free ourselves from it. And because this lust has been with us for a long, long time, it's just so hard to get rid of it, break the shackles. You know, like if you're in a prison, they put really thick shackles and chains on you. It's like that. We can't break free from it. So Arjuna does ask Krishna, O descendant of Vishnu, but what is one impelled to sinful acts? Even if he doesn't want to do them, why does he do them? The question is, why does a person commit these sinful activities? And then Krishna says, Arjuna, it's only lust which is born of the contact of the material modes of passion and later transformed into wrath, and which is all devouring, sinful enemy of this world. So it's a very powerful line that Krishna uses. A sinful enemy of this world, lust and the desire, is the biggest enemy. No matter what you're doing, no matter who you are, from a small child to the president of the country, everyone has desires to do something. That's one thing you cannot nullify. And the way Prabhupada describes it is like this lust. Just like, a fire is covered by smoke, a mirror is covered by dust, and the embryo in the womb embryo is covered in the womb, right? Similarly, the living entity is also covered by different degrees of lust. Everyone has different desires, different lust, karma. Now we need to control them or reduce them if we can, but how do we do that? We would have to make a very conscious effort at how we do this. Because the thing is, at the moment, our consciousness is covered with these desires, and every minute of the day, every moment, they just sprout out from the mind. They just, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this, I think I want to do this. And so we're unable to control it, and we can't see. It's just like Srila Prabhupada says, you see smoke, and where you see smoke, there will be fire. There's bound to be fire there. But the thing is, what is this smoke doing? It's covering our senses. Shri Shri Radha Kukul Bhagwan Ji ki, Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai. So this comes to a point where our lust and our desires, our senses become so perplexed, so confused, that we can't understand right from wrong. So even if we think we're doing the wrong thing, it seems right, and vice versa. You could think, oh, I'm doing that, I think that's right, even though it could be wrong. And we get so confused, and we start to think that right is wrong, wrong is right, and hence we start committing these sins. And then these sins are being noted down by Krishna, saying, look, I've given this opportunity in this material world, with this material, this human body, to free yourself from so many lives that you've had, that you can come back to me. But do we take the opportunity to do that? We don't. It's difficult. And quite often we see that, when someone does something, and we say, oh, how can that person do that? That can't be right. No, he's not that sort of a person. Sometimes, you hear, oh, this person has done this and this person has done that. And you think, no, that can't be right. That person has never done something. But the thing is, because our senses are covered, we tend to do the wrong things. It's like, someone knowingly goes to steal something from the shop. Everyone knows that when you steal things, you get caught, you get put into prison. But why would someone knowingly go and do that? It's because our mind is so confused. Now, why is our mind confused? We've got this lust, this desire that's on us, but then we're also entangled in this material world with the three modes of material nature, which leads us to goodness, passion, and ignorance. So now you can see how it works. You're under the three modes of material nature, and then you've got all these desires and lusts. So you're so entangled, so engrossed in everything. Your mind is like, what would I say? It's like so fuzzed up, so, it's your desires are never ending. Constantly we're being fed so much. Oh, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to buy this, and you need to do this. It's never ending. And, has anyone been to one of those, when you do a fire sacrifice, we do a havan, where you have the priest conducting the ceremony. Okay. When he starts off the ceremony, he puts a few sticks in there, pours a little ghee, and you pour some things on it. Initially, you see that smoke come up. Okay. And then what happens is, then he gets another ladle full of ghee, pours it, and the fire just erupts. And this is what Srila Prabhupada is saying. The more fuel we put in the fire, the more the flames are burning. Similarly, that's like our desires. The more desires we have, that's the fuel that we're putting into the fire. More, I want this, I need this, I have to have this, I have to have this. But do our desires ever end? Is there a limit to our desires? There isn't. You get a phone come out, you get the latest phone, and 6 months later, the next phone comes out, and then the next one, and you think, oh wow, I just bought this 6 months ago, but I need to have the new phone, the latest phone. Why? Because you want to keep up with X, Y, Z, or your desire is that I should have the latest thing, even though this thing is working perfectly well and it's only 6 months old. And Krishna states that these desires can't be fulfilled because the demand is there so much. I'll give you a more practical example of this. Quite often when we're hungry, You're so hungry that you think, right, I'm going to go to a restaurant and I'm going to order whatever the biggest meal there is. See, the thing is, our mind is saying one thing, our desire is saying one thing, and then our senses is saying another thing. Our mind is saying, get the biggest plate of food you can see. I want to devour all that food, I'm going to have all of it. Your senses is saying, that's the biggest plate, I want this big plate. Right? But when you go to start eating it, because you have a few nibbles of it, a few bites of it, and you think, I can't have any more. This is what our desire is like, So if you have like, what would I say? It's when you want to have something sweet, how many chocolates can you have? Or how many rasgullas can you have? Maybe 2, 3, if you're lucky. That sweetness is so rich. You can't have more than that. Sometimes you think, I'll have half a dozen of these. But can you have half a dozen? You can't. There's only 2 or 3 because it's so sweet. But your mind is saying, have some more, but you can't because you can't control that desire. So, when you think of it, these desires, this lust that we have, you can break it down into 3 stages, just like the 3 modes of material nature. Srila Prabhupada says the first stage is, like he says, the smoke that covers the fire. Right? The fire is there, but it's being covered by the smoke. Similarly, these lusty desires, right? We have knowledge, okay? But we know this is not right, this is wrong. We know right from wrong. But because these desires, they cover our knowledge, we can't tell right from wrong. We need to blow it away. But how do we blow the smoke away so our knowledge can increase? Now, the only way our knowledge can increase by what you're all doing here today is Shravanam, which is listening, and Kirtan. You overcome this mode. Now, this is in the mode of goodness. You're all here today. You've taken time out to come and listen. And this is the beginning of Krishna consciousness. This is how you can get rid of that smoke and see the fire. You can see your consciousness inside. You can link up with it. The second stage is the dust on the mirror. If anyone's ever into cleaning, you can imagine when you haven't cleaned something for a good, I shouldn't say this, but a few months. When you see all these programs on TV where they go to clean these houses, they haven't been cleaned for 6 months or a year or something. How you have to really scrub and make everything clean. You have that thick layer, and it takes a huge effort to remove all the marks. So similarly, that's the second stage. We come into Krishna consciousness, we see this. What's the effort that we have to put in? It's hard work and patience. And Krishna recommends following rules and regulations. Once you start following the rules and regulations, you come into the mode of passion. You're very passionate that you want to do this. You want to follow these rules and regulations. Okay. And the third one, Srila Prabhupada gives an example, is the embryo stuck in the womb. It's stuck in there for 9 months. In one place like this, it's not even moving. So it's stuck in there for 9 months. It can't move. You have to physically wait until you're born. And a similar example we can see is in the trees. Trees are also conscious. They also have a very minute level of consciousness, but they are consciousness. But they're stuck in one place for hundreds of years. I remember Radhanath Maharaj telling us the redwood trees in America, I think they stand for tens of thousands of years. So you can imagine being in one place, bearing the cold winters, summer sun, drought, everything, all these conditions. But then obviously they are in the mode of ignorance. And they're eagerly praying to the Lord, even everything prays to the Lord to free us. Now, I'll give you some examples of these, how it's, like say, Prahlad Maharaj, he didn't want to come into the material world, but he had no choice, he had to come. Okay? Because he was constantly listening. He was constantly listening to Narada Muni. So he's Shravanam, he's listening. So he knew he had a connection with Krishna. And he was in the mode of goodness. Okay? Straight away came into Krishna consciousness. Then you've got where you have to do effort and patience. That example from the Srimad Bhagavatam again is Dhruv Maharaj. He's only 5 years old, but he wanted to conquer a kingdom greater than his father. So he went in a forest. He was standing on one leg. At one point he was eating grass, dried grass, berries. Then he came to a point where he was just drinking water. Then he stopped drinking water. Then breathing every 12 days. So you can see the penances that he had just to see the Lord, just so you can control your desire. His desire was to have a kingdom much greater than his father. But then when he saw Krishna, he goes, I don't want that kingdom. I don't want that. I've seen something much better than that. So you can see your desires in front of Krishna are nullified. They don't stand a chance. And then the third one, where you have to be standing in one place for such a long time, praying to the Lord to be freed. Now every October, maybe November, we have the Damodara Leela, yeah? Where we light a candle to Lord Krishna, and like we say that we light this candle to Lord Krishna, and whatever we do is multiplied by thousands of times. You know, why? Because we're begging for the Lord for the mercy. But during that Damodara Leela, there's one incident that takes place where Mother Yashoda ties Krishna to the grinding mortar, and Krishna, as he is, decides to wander out the house, and as he wanders out the house, the grinding mortar is tied to him, but he's still crawling along. And what does he do? He sees these two massive trees, yeah? What are they called? Nukulavera and Manigriva? Nakula and Manigriva, isn't it? Yeah, the two trees. They've probably been there for hundreds of years. They waited patiently for Krishna to free them. So when he knows he can't get through the trees, but this is one of his pastimes, to free those trees from their curse for thousands of years, he takes the grinding mortar and he crushes those trees, and two beautiful effulgent demigods appear from that. So this is how our lust and desires are. They sort of weigh us down. I'll give you another example. Now this is actually from Srimad Bhagavatam, canto number 9. There was a king, King Yayati. There's a story about him, where he was a great king, but he was cursed with old age. But they said, you're cursed with old age, but the only way you can get rid of that curse is to exchange that for one of your sons. You take his youth and you give your old age to him. So he done that. King Yati realized he lived for tens of thousands of years. What happened was he realized that I go here, do this, do that. For tens of thousands of years, he was enjoying himself. His desires, his calm, his lust, he couldn't fulfill it. You know, it was endless. He was having all this gratification. He couldn't do it. Now, what happened was, King Yayati, he married Devyani, who was actually the daughter of the sage Shukracharya. But now, because this king, has so many desires, what he said, I'm not only taking and getting married to Devyani, but I'm also taking her maid servant with me as a mistress. I mean, and normally you wouldn't do that, yeah? But Shukracharya got so angry, he goes, hold on, You're supposed to be married to my daughter. How can you take the maidservant along with you? So, Shukracharya gave him this curse that you're going to become old. And the only way you can come out of this curse is if you transfer this old age to someone else and you take their youth. So, Yeti had 5 sons. He went to his youngest son. He says, give me your youth and you take my old age. He agreed. So King Yeti became young again. After years and years and years of pleasure, he realized after tens of thousands of years that he goes, you know what? Desires only grow and grow and grow. You can never fulfill them. And it came to the point where eventually Krishna says, you can't have youth forever. You will get old. So what happened? Eventually, him and his wife, they came to a point where they said, this is enough. We need to do something else. We've been enjoying ourselves. Our desires are never fulfilled. There should be something more than this. What else can we do? There should be something more than this that we're missing out on. And that's when they renounced everything and went into the forest. And they retired in the forest. And they started praying to the Lord. And there is another example where our desires can never be fulfilled. Our karma, our lust is ever increasing. I'm sure many of you have heard of Ajmila. Yes? Now, who is supposed to be a very learned Brahmana. He knew all the shlokas, all the mantras, everything. He knew everything. He was the perfect example you can see. But what happened? One day he's walking through a forest. He sees this female prostitute with another person. And something just sprang out from the heart. Oh, I like to do this. That desire just erupted from the heart. On that split moment, he left everything. He goes, I just need to be with her. He gave up everything to be with her. In fact, he sold everything that he had, got rid of everything. And he married that prostitute. And he was living with her for many, many years. He even came to a point where he had a child with him. But the only good thing was, he was given a second chance. Now, we know why he was given a second chance. The only reason he was given a second chance was because his child, he named him Narayana. And Narayana is a name of Lord Krishna, another name of Lord Krishna. So, you can see a person who was a strict, very strict Brahmana, followed the scriptures, everything. Within a few split seconds, his mind, that desire was there. That I want to get married to her, and that was it. He sold everything. But the only good, see, this is the thing with Krishna consciousness. Krishna is, he leaves a little bit of hope in you. Everyone has that hope that if you want to turn to Krishna, remember Krishna, he gives you that ability to do that. So when you think of it, he named his son Narayana. And on his deathbed, what we were saying, he was scared. Death was approaching. He was scared. And what you kept saying was, Narayana, come to me. Narayana, come here. Narayan, come here. Narayan, come here. So he actually wasn't calling for Narayan. He's calling for his son. And so when the Yamadutas came for Ajmila, and then the Yamadutas were coming, and then the Yamadutas were coming, and then, totally gone out of my mind now. So on one side, you had the Yamadutas, and on the other side, you had the Vishnudutas. They said, hey, why are you Vishnudutas here? There's no need for you. This guy's committed so many things, he's so many wrong things. Why are you guys here? He goes, well, he's uttered the name of Lord Narayan. That's why we're here. We're here to save him. And that's the power of Lord Krishna. So you see, even the most learned cannot escape from this karma and lust. This karma and lust is situated in our mind, in our senses. When we see something, they take over. Right? It's like, you see quite often, you see someone, what you see, they take cash out of the cash machine, put it in the pocket. Another person might think, oh, that guy's just taken some money out. I will, it comes into mind, I want to rob him. And then he goes and rob him. So you can't fulfill the senses. And you're never satisfied. So even in the stages of desire, of having these desires, there's three processes. You've got the thinking process, where you think, I want to do this, I want this. Then you have that feeling, I can do it. You get the energy, you get that buzz inside you. And then you have the willingness, okay, I'll do this at all costs, no matter what, I want to go and do this. So you can see how those desires erupt inside your mind and they cover your mind and you can't do this. Now, we come to a point where we say, how do we overcome this? Krishna says in chapter 16, why we need to control our desires and our lust and our karma. There are 3 gates leading to hell: lust, anger, and greed. Every sane man should give up these, for they lead to degradation of the soul. So Krishna gives us an opportunity to escape, to uncover the knowledge that we have of the Atma and the Paramatma, which is the soul and the super soul, and realize our relationship with Him. Krishna says in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, chapter 2, verse 17. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the Paramatma in everyone's soul and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleanses desires for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who has developed the urge to hear his messages, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. The next one. By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam and the rendering of service to the pure devotee, all that's troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and with loving service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. 19. As soon as irrevocable loving service is established in the heart, the effects of nature's modes of passion and ignorance, such as lust, desire, and hankering, disappear from the heart. Then the devotee is established in goodness and he becomes completely happening. So, they relate to text 19 is listening. Listening is so important, is what we're doing today. By listening, it gives us a knowledge how we can free ourselves from this idea of lust and desires. 18, regularity. Follow the rules and regulations. Service attitude, like cleaning the mirror of the heart, yeah? 19, devotional service, where we begin on our path of the mode of goodness. Because what does Krishna say? He says, serve me with love and devotion. He doesn't ask much from us. Just offer me a leaf, flower, water, or a fruit. Krishna wants us to go back home to we're his lost children. Because what does Krishna say in the Chaitanya Charitamrita? Atmendriya priti vachatare bali kama Krishna indriya priti acha tare prema nama. The desire to satisfy one's own senses is called lust, while the desire to fulfill the senses of Krishna is called prema, love of God. So Srila Prabhupada is very merciful to us, to help us grow our love for Krishna. He says, make your mind your friend and not your enemy. So what is Srila Prabhupada saying? Number 1, follow the 4 regulated principles. No eating meat, no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex. They cause people to fall down, and that's where your desires fall. 2nd, regular chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Read books. Listen to lectures and kirtan. Come to the temple. You have so many service opportunities, like cooking, cleaning. Srila Prabhupada says, keep Krishna in the center of all your activities. Okay, we all live at home, yeah? Make your home your temple. Give Krishna some space in your house. And think that Krishna is the owner of this house, and I maintain this house for Krishna. Okay? Think, we have a family. And just think for the fact that I'm serving the devotees. You could say, this is my father, that's my brother, that's my sister. But don't forget, as we're all part and parcel of Krishna, they're also part and parcel of Krishna. In that aspect, we're all serving devotees. They are devotees as well. So cook for them, prasadam. Talk about Krishna. Listen to it. Nowadays it's so easy, you got stick your headphones on, you can listen to it. Just take time out for Krishna. All you want is a little bit of time. So in a short summary, our calm, our lust, our desires are never ending. And we lust after so many things. The acronym BMW, mind, body, and words, they entangle us in this material world with our actions. These actions lead us to commit sins. These sins lead us to repeated birth and cycle in this material world, which means that we can't free ourselves from this cycle of birth and death. And how do we gain our knowledge? By listening, having a serving attitude, and keeping Krishna in the center of all that we do. And the easiest way, if you can't find nothing else to do, all you have to do is everybody just lift their hands in the air. Say, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare. And the final line that Srila Prabhupada says, that chanting took you less about 5 seconds, 10, 15 seconds. That's why Srila Prabhupada said, chant and be happy, otherwise with your desires you're going to be miserable and unhappy. So I'm going to end it there because Aarti is going to start very soon. So curtain's going to open in a few minutes, or in a few seconds. So I'm going to end it there. If anyone has any questions, any comments or anything, I'm still here, so you can come and talk to me. Or, yeah. So, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gita ki jai.
His Grace Rajesh Krishna Prabhu ki jai. Could someone, Rajesh?
Yeah, I'll give you a hand.
All glories to your wonderful service to you day in, day out, serving other Shri Radha Gokulanand ki, Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Shri Gauranitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki Jaya Jaya Gaurachandra Arati Shobha. वदन उज्ज्वला
कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पश्यत्यादेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवसदि गौर भक्तवृंद चैतन्य नित्यानंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवसदि गौर भक्तवृंद चैतन्य नित्यानंद जय श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय श्री गौरानिताई की जय शीला प्रभुपाद की जय.
If everyone be seated, we're just going to sing the Lord Nrsimhadev prayers. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Pranadadayine. Pranadadayine. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha. Shilatankanakalaye. Shilatankanakalaye. Ito na Singha Parato na Singha. Ito na Singha Parato na Singha. Yato yato yanitato na Singha. Yato yato yanitato na Singha. Bahir na Singha, Hridaye na Shimha. Bahir na Shimha, Hridaye na Shimha. Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapade. Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapade. Tavakara Kamalavare Naka Aputa Shenga Lalita Hiranyakashipu Tanapringa Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jajagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Nrsimhadev Jaya Nrsimhadev, Nrsimhadev, Jaya Nrsimhadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Lord Nrsimhadev Bhagwan ki, Prahlad Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Thank you everyone for coming for Arti. There's some Mahaprasad in the Haveli, in the foyer. Please go ahead and have some. Hare Krishna. Thanks. Well done.